एनी डाउट इन परसेंटेजेस? PYQs करें कंटिन्यू? ये हो गया? नहीं हुआ? What are they doing is, there are two steel blocks. ठीक है? Firstly, there are placed separately. There is A and there is B. Then what they do? If B is placed on top of A, so this is 100 kg, this is 60 kg. Na? If B is placed on top of A, I can assume them to be like that because they say that if B is placed on top of A, weight will be increased by 60. If it was 100, it becomes 160. So I'll assume weight of A as 100 and weight of B as 60. So I have this situation, A and B. So this is 160, right? And question is, how much weight will reduce with respect to total weight? Total weight is 160. If B is removed from this, how much reduction with respect to total weight? ठीक है? Basically, they are asking to change our base from 100 to 160. What is the percentage change? Percentage change is always absolute change divided by base value into 100. So if you remove B block, what is the absolute change? 60 and 160, because we have to calculate with respect to total weight, and because we want to calculate percentage into 100. Answers are given in percentage form. This is your answer. Okay. मैंने बोला ना, I told him that it should be 5%. 3% से आंसर नहीं आएगा. समझ गए? Absolute change divided by original value, which was the total weight. Because यहाँ से start करना है ना. From total weight we are removing 60 kg now. So divided by first base value is 160 into 100, because we want to calculate percentage. And the answer would be these many percent. Right? Ranjan? And the next question, there is a printing mistake. This in an examination, A scores 20 more marks than B. Not 11, this is B. And if B has scored 3% less marks than A, then 3%. This is 5%. Then how many marks did B score? एकदम लास्ट टाइम कल किया था वैसा ही क्वेश्चन है. नो डिफरेंस, ओनली नंबर्स आर डिफरेंट. Either you can write down the equations if you are confused, or you can see the difference and how many percentages that corresponds to. Yes, Abhijit, that is correct. राजू ये हो रहा है, कल किया था हमने एग्जैक्टली सेम टाइप का क्वेश्चन। So what they are saying is, in an examination, A has scored 20 more marks, and that 20 marks difference is equivalent to 5%. So, what is the 100%? 5% is 20. 100% would be 20 times, because 25 into 20 is 100. 5% is equivalent to 20 marks. So, 100% is how many marks? 5% difference is equivalent to 20 marks difference. The total marks that A gets is 100%. We are calculating difference from with respect to A, na? 5% less marks than A. So this is with respect to A we are saying. So 100% marks would be 5% is 20, 100% is 5 into 20, because 5 into 20 100 होता है ना, तो 20 into 20 यहाँ पे जो भी आएगा, this into 20 is 100, so this into 20 should come here. ये होता है ना, 5 by 100 is equal to 20 by x. And what is x? So x would be 400 marks. Those are marks of A. Marks of B are 20 less, which would be 380. If this is too much confusion, all you can do is, you can also write down the equations. First equation is, A has scored 20 more marks than B. So A is equal to B plus 20. And second equation is, B has scored 5% less marks than A. So B is equal to A into 1 minus 5%. This also you can do. Two equations, two unknowns, you can solve. You can put value of B from value of A from here to here, and you will get the answer for B. Or we can put value of A from B from there to in this equation, you will get the A, and from that you will get the B. तो अगर कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, write down the equations you can form from the information, and you will be able to solve. ठीक है, ये तो हमने अब बहुत बार देख लिया 1 minus 5% वाला चीज, because they are saying B gets 5% less marks than A. So comparison is with respect to A. See, that is why A into 1 minus 5%, not B into 1 plus 5%. वो ध्यान में रखना, comparison is with respect to A. In this chapter, base matters with respect to what we are talking about, because we are taking percentages, base will matter. Next question. Sorry, नहीं नीचे जा पाए. अच्छा, अभिजीत यशराज कर रहे हो आप? Firstly, do this question that what are the maximum marks in this examination? Yes, okay. ठीक है, राइट अभिजीत. निरंजन 150. गुड. सेल्वा, आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग? नो, कोई बात नहीं. वॉच द लेक्चर. हो गया ये? यस. व्हाट इज द आंसर फॉर दिस? पक्का? The student has to get 40% marks to pass in an examination. Suppose he gets 30 marks and fails by 30 marks. So he gets 30 and fails by 60. Fails by 30 marks. 30%, he gets 30 marks and fails by 30 marks. So what is the passing marks? 60 marks is passing. So that is 40%. Then what are the maximum marks? Let maximum marks be M. 40% of that which is passing is equal to or 60. Solve for M. What is the maximum marks? यही किया, इससे ज्यादा ना. What is maximum? Let maximum marks be M. 40% is passing, so this is passing mark 40% of M, and then it is 60. Maximum marks would be 60 into 100 by 40, which will be 150. ठीक है? Or you can say 40% is 60, so 10% is 15, so 100% is into 10, so 150. Next question, CSE 2017. अच्छा, any other answer? आपका D है. अच्छा, अदर बाकी लोग सॉल्व करो, ट्राई करो. बट वो तो एक केस हो गया, फिर बाकी वैल्यूज का क्या? You have to verify for, if you are putting values, you have to put. हाँ, हाँ, A is greater than भी दिया है. हाँ, हाँ, तो कितना बड़ा? एक केस में रख दो 1000 and 100, एक केस में रख दो 150 and 100. मतलब if you are putting values, you have to verify that all the different values will give you same answer. Otherwise unique answer नहीं होगा, अलग वैल्यू के लिए अलग आंसर होगा. आंसर here would have been none of the above because that is there in the option. अगर नहीं होता तो कोई बात नहीं, प्रॉब्लम नहीं, बट है वो एक वैल्यू से काम नहीं चलेगा, आप 2-3 और वैल्यूज डाल के देखना पड़ेगा आपको. प्रशांत सर, आपको क्या लग रहा है? वैल्यू का वही है कि एक वैल्यू मत डालो, अगर वैल्यू डालना है ना. ओके, अच्छा, ठीक है। पर उस केस में भी अगर पी बड़ा आ रहा है, ऐसा बोल रहे हो आप, आ रहा है? ओके, आपका भी आ रहा है। देखो करना है चेंज वापस। हाँ, ए आ रहा है। जयेश, ऑडियंस पोल है चेंज, आपको चेंज करना है आपका आंसर, आप रेडी है? अजिंक्य, हम्म, आंसर ए। निरंजन, राजू, यश, ए। When we compare P and Q, if I calculate P minus Q or Q minus, if I मतलब comparison क्या है? There is one P on one side, Q on one side, and I have to decide which sign here to put. Right? ये करना है. So we have 40% A plus 65% B. Here I have 50% A plus 50% B. I cannot compare like this. At least let me take A on one side and B on another side. So this is bigger, 65%, so 50% I can bring here. So I'll get 15% B and 50% A minus 40% A is 10% A. I add, subtract same quantities from both the sides. Inequality does not change, that we know. So this inequality stays the same even if I move around. It is add or subtract. Subtracting 50% B from both the sides firstly, and then subtracting 40% A from both the sides. So I have subtracted same numbers from both the sides. So inequality will not change, right? So now all I have to do, I want to decide is, does this hold always if A is greater than B? What inequality should I put if they have given me that A is greater than B? But does that mean that 15% of B is greater than or less than 10% of A? You guys are saying P is greater than Q, no? A. In that case, this is what you are saying. 15% B is always greater than 10% of A. So if I put B as 10 and A as 100, कोई बोल नहीं सकता. 15% of 10 would be 1.5. 10% of 100 would be 10. So this is wrong then. And converse is also true, that if like you 199, so of course this will be bigger. 15% of 99 would be bigger than 10% of 100, which is 10. This would be almost 15. 10% of 99. So then in that case this is true. In other case that is not true. In some cases there will be equality. So when we have two independent quantities and only the given fact is A is greater than B, you cannot really compare. You don't know how, by how much greater, by how much quantity greater. You don't know the relative sizes. कितना बड़ा है भाई वो नहीं पता. You know that it is below BPL, but कितना below वो नहीं पता, वो अलग चीज. The intensity of poverty बोलते हैं, we don't know that. So that we don't know what is the intensity of their difference. So it could be anything. So if you put one value, it will give you one answer. If I put another value, it will give me another answer. So if you are putting values, at least put 2-3 values कि हर केस में same answer आ रहा है. And then also 2-3 after 2-3 values also you can be like हाँ ठीक है 90% 95% तो यही आंसर आएगा, because I have taken different random 3 values. There was no bias in me when I was choosing values. So statistically speaking, I should get right answer. But again, that is not mathematical way. Mathematical way would be coming to conclusions based on logic. But in the examination hall, that is useful. But ensure कि 2-3 values डाल रहे हो. अगर values भी डाल रहे हो, 2-3 values डाल देना. So here everybody got it, that anything can be answered. There is just comparison. We don't know how much A is bigger than B. You can take one case 110 and your answer will be this. You can take 199, answer will be this. You can take 150 and 100, answer will be equivalent. Right? 10% of 150 is 15, 15% of 100 is also 15. So in that case, equality. So answer of the question is none of the above can be sent with certainty, because it depends on what values of A and B we choose. It depends on how much A is bigger than B. ठीक है, छूट गया क्वेश्चन? समझ गए आप अजिंक्य, विवास? बिटवीन बोला है ना, इसी ऑप्शन से इतने पास पास नहीं है, वो थोड़ा चलेगा, आ जाएगा. ओके, ये वाला. ओके, क्वेश्चन इज 1 लाख टू 2 लाख के बीच में ना. बाकियों को हटा दो पिक्चर से. कुछ हो रहा है या हिंट चाहिए? 12% हाउसहोल्ड्स अर्न लेस देन 30,000. लिमिट्स क्या क्या दी है? फर्स्ट इज 30,000, देन देर इज 1 lakh, देन देर इज 2 lakh. ठीक है, these people are 12%. Sorry, less than 12, less than 30,000 वाले ना. So these people are 12%. Then 6% households earn more than 2 lakh. So these are 6%. ठीक है. 22% household earn more than 1 lakh. So these people are 22%. More than 1 lakh. So more than 2 lakhs are included here. हाँ? ठीक है. मोर देन 1 लाख में जिसका इनकम 2.5 लाख है वो भी तो मोर देन 1 लाख है ही. 22% households earn more than 1 lakh and 990 households earn between 30,000 and 1 lakh. So absolute value is known in this case. ठीक है. If you can find out percentage of people that are in between this and equate it with absolute value, will you not get the number of residents? हाँ, नंबर ऑफ पीपल मिल जाएगा. उसके हिसाब से फिर सारे परसेंटेजेस निकल जाएंगे, टोटल नंबर ऑफ रेसिडेंट्स निकल जाएगा. अगर आपको ये पता है एब्सोल्यूट वैल्यू 990, इफ यू कैन फाइंड आउट हाउ मेनी परसेंटेज ऑफ पीपल, परसेंटेज ऑफ टोटल lie in this range, then you can equate it with 990 and find out what is the total number of residents. And once you get total number of residents, you can find out all these percentages. This is 22, more than 1 lakh. This is 12, 22 plus 12, 34. So what is this 990? 66%. 66% of total. Now we have to calculate, once you get total number of households, how many lie in this range. You know that इसके ऊपर 22 है पर इसके ऊपर 6 है, तो बीच में कितने हैं? We know that you can find out total number of households from here, and now you also know that more than 1 lakh are 22% and more than 2 lakh are 6%. So how many lie between 1 lakh and 2 lakh? 22% all of the people above 1 lakh and 6% all of the people above 2 lakh. So how many are between 1 lakh and 2 lakh? 16%. So that is what we have to calculate, 16% of total. You can get total from here. Okay. From here. अच्छा. अभी आपको पता है कि 1 लाख के ऊपर 22% है एंड 2 लाख के ऊपर 6% है, बीच में कितने होंगे? Harita, any problem? Do you want me to explain again? Look here. वो जो ऑप्शन में दिया है वो नंबर्स में निकालना है. हाँ हाँ हमें दिया क्या है? Look on the board. We are given people who are below 30,000 rupees. Family income is how much? कितना दिया है? 12%. 12% people lie in this zone. Then there is next range 30,000 to 1 lakh, and then there is next range 1 lakh to 2 lakh, and final range is above 2 lakh. Above 2 lakh, you know, 6%, and above 1 lakh, you know, 22%, and in between this they have given you 990 people. Note that above 1 lakh people include above 2 lakh people, right? So this is 22% about 1 lakh. This is below 30,000, 12%. So how many people lie in this range? 100 minus 22 minus 12, 66%. So this is equal to 66% people, 66% households. So what are total number of households? This is 66. If 990 is 66% of total, 66% of total households. What are total number of households? Total is equal to 990 divided by 66 into 100. Right? You can divide by 11. 11 6 9. Then you can divide by 6. 15 6 90. 15 into 100, which is 1500. That is total number of households in the village. जो भी होगा यार मतलब. And now you got total number of households. Question is, how many of the people, how many households lie in this range? 1 lakh to 2 lakh. You know that above 1 lakh are 22% and above 2 lakh are 6%. So between 1 lakh to 2 lakh are 22 minus 6. इनमें से ये जो छूट के बचे हुए होंगे वो इस रेंज में होंगे. तो the answer would be 16% of 1500, which is equal to 16 by 100 into 1500, 16 into 15, which is 240 आ रहा है. कैलकुलेशन एरर. ठीक है. मल्टीपल परसेंटेजेस वर इन्वॉल्व्ड. 100 माइनस 100 माइनस 22 माइनस 12, इस रेंज में कितने निकालना है? इसके ऊपर 22 है और नीचे वाले के नीचे 12 है, बचे हुए इस रेंज में होंगे. 100 माइनस ये तो ये 24 प्लस 22 प्लस 12 34, 100 माइनस वो इस रेंज में. चले आगे. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. आ गया. अच्छा, अदर पीपल ट्राई. 5 आ रहा है आपका भी. Okay, Abhijit, you are also getting 5. Okay. Yes, Raj is also getting 5. Most of you are getting 5. आ गया 5? हरिता आ रहा है? करना है या फिर मैं करूं? अच्छा। हम्म। क्या क्या क्या? हाँ हाँ, ठीक है। तो इतने मार्क्स मिले बट स्टिल दे वर लेस देन 60%। तो व्हाट वर 60%? और कितने करने चाहिए थे जब 60% तक पहुंच जाए? और कितने? इतने तो कर लिए सही। हाँ बट 60% से कम आए, बट 60% है क्या? और करे कितने सही उसने? अच्छा, व्हाट इज 60% ऑफ दिस 70? और कितने सही करने चाहिए थे पास होने के लिए? 37 कर लिए, 42 करने थे, और कितने करने थे फिर? Question is very simple. Only lot of percentages seem to be involved. So there is a test having 70 problems carrying equal marks. So we don't have to worry about marks. 10 arithmetic, 30 algebra and 30 geometry. Although she answered 70% arithmetic, 40% algebra and 60% of the geometry problems correctly. So we have to firstly calculate how many are there. How many are these problems? 70% of arithmetic. 70% of arithmetic meaning 70% of 10. 70% of 10 is 7. 7 from arithmetic. 40% of 30, 40% of algebra. 40% of 30 is 12. And 60% of geometry. So 60% of 30, which is 18. I hope you know, can calculate percentages very easily. Again, my trick, again, I have told this. You divide this by 10. If there is 30 geometry question, you divide into 10 parts. So 10% is equal to 3. So what is 60%? 3 into 6, 18. What is 40%? 3 into 4, 12. So these many questions she did correctly. 18 plus 20 plus 7 is 37. She did correctly. But she did not pass the test because she got less than 60% marks. What is 60% marks? 60% of 70. If you break 70 into 10 parts, 7 ka one part, 7 is equal to 10%. 60% is 7 into 6, 42. She should have got 42 correct. The number of more questions she would have to answer correctly to earn 60% passing marks. She correctly attempted 37. Correct attempt should have been 42 for 60% passing. 5 more questions she should have attempted correctly. 42 minus 30. Next question. अच्छा करो. candidate attempted 8 questions. ठीक है, some number of questions is not given, maximum number of questions वही पूछा है उन्होंने, what how many questions were there in the test. They are saying she attempted 8 questions and secured 50% marks in each of the questions. You can assume anything, like let us say each question was of 10 marks for simplicity. So he got 5 marks in each question out of 10. So 5 into 8, 40 marks he got. Okay. If he obtained a total of 40% in test, 40 marks is 40%, total marks 100. 40 marks, 40% is 40 marks. So 100 is 100% marks. So questions, so every question was 10 marks, number of questions would be 10. क्या क्या क्या? Okay. Yes. Why is this right? What you are doing is, out of 8 questions, every question is equal. So if I do 50%, in every question I get 50% marks, that is equivalent to getting full marks in 4 questions. So 4 questions out of 8, I got marks equivalent to 4 questions, and those are 40%. So total questions 10. 40 questions, 40% is 4 questions, 10% is 1 question, 100% is 10 questions. Or if you still don't understand, you can write down the equations. Let us say every question carried some k marks, कुछ भी ले सकते हो, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. So 8 questions will carry 8k marks, and student gets 50% of those, which is divided by 2. This many marks he gets, and this they have given as 40% of total questions into marks of every question. K will get cancelled. You can solve for T. ये भी चलेगा. Yes, यशराज अभिजीत, correct. ठीक है, चले आगे. सेल्वा, राजू, पक्का, हरिता. Next question. Pre-mains interview. Okay. You can start with 100 or 100 only. Number of candidates starting you can take as 100 and see where do we go. Okay. Everybody is getting C. Passages में नहीं होता ना ये. हरिता. Okay. चलवा हो रहा है? नहीं। अच्छा, ऑप्शन डी, बोथ ए एंड बी आर करेक्ट, दैट इज ऑप्शन नंबर डी. करे निरंजन, अटेम्प्ट करना है, कर ले. हम्म. Okay, let us start with 100 candidates. अच्छा. Let us see. Let us 100. We will start with 100. Out of which 60% of men, 40 are women. कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. ठीक है. 70% men and 75% women cleared the qualifying test. 70% of 60 is 42. You can divide into 10. 6. 6 into 7. 70% is, and 75% is 30. 3/4. 75% is 3/4. This is men, this is women. And 80% men and 70% women were successful. So 80% of 42 is अच्छा, and this is 21. हाँ, कहाँ 50 से ऊपर आ रहा है? हाँ हाँ हाँ, मैंने कुछ बोला, मैंने ऑप्शन डी बताया उसको. उसको ऑप्शन डी दिख नहीं रहा था, उसको देखना था. तो आंसर इज सी. उनको ऑप्शन डी दिख नहीं रहा था. तो ऑप्शन डी इज बोथ ए एंड बी आर करेक्ट. ठीक है, यही है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. देखो फिर से करो. करेक्ट अभिजीत. मिस्टेक कर रहे हैं, कैलकुलेशन है। निरंजन क्या सोच रहे हो? A has 10 rupees with him and he finds that it is 80% of the total fare. Can you calculate total fare? 12.5. The total fare is 12.5. He has only 10. But what happens is B gives him 3 rupees. तो उसके पास कितने हो गए? 13 रुपए हो गए. टिकट तो 12.5 ही है, तो 50 पैसे बच गए विथ ए. ऑप्शन नंबर सी पढ़ो फिर. अब नहीं, अब नहीं आता. ऑप्शन पढ़े नहीं. A has 10 rupees, which is 80% of the ticket amount for 2 people. So what is the total ticket amount? 80% of ticket amount is 10. So ticket amount is 10 by 80 into 100, which is 12.5 rupees. But A has only 10. B gives him 3 rupees what he has. So money with A becomes 13 rupees. Ticket is 12.5 rupees. So 50% would be left after buying 2 tickets. That is the option. Option number C. ऐसा क्वेश्चन नहीं आते अब, पहले आते थे. बट स्टिल इजी क्वेश्चन तो आते ही है. Like all the questions we solved, none of the questions were particularly difficult. Yes, you have solved this question in last topic. 30, everyone remembers. 18 installments is equal to 60%. All the installments are equal, so we don't have to think about anything else. 18 installments is 60%. What is total number of installments? 18 installments is 60% of the total installments. So what is 10%? 3, 1/6 of this. So what is 100%? 10. 10 से multiply करोगे तो 30. Right? Or you can skip this step. You have to find out 100. So we have 18 by x is equal to 60 by 100. You can solve for x. राजू, किया था हमने लास्ट क्लास में ये क्लास क्वेश्चन. We have already done this question. चलिए आगे. करो फिर, ओरली करना. यस, हो रहा है. You can start by assuming square of area 100, 10 into 10. ये सब मत करो, जो बता रहा हूँ वो करो ना, वो करना है. Because the problem is this may work with rectangle का area because it is length into breadth. It will not work in other cases. Just क्यों बाहर दूर क्यों जाना, ये डिफिकल्ट है क्या कि लेंथ पकड़ो कुछ, ब्रेड्थ पकड़ो कुछ और उसको इंक्रीज और डिक्रीज करो अकॉर्डिंग टू द क्वेश्चंस डिमांड. Take length as 10, breadth as 10, so area is 100. Now increase the length by 40%, so it becomes 14, and increase the breadth by decrease the breadth by width by 20%, so it becomes 8. 10 का 8 हो जाएगा. What is the new area? 112. Old area was 100. What is the increase? 12%, because we have started with 100 area. ये करो ना बेसिक पे. नहीं ना, तुम कुछ तो उल्टा कर रही हो. You are mixing length and breadth together. You are taking firstly area is 100. You are increasing area by 40%. You are increasing area by 40%. So why area? Why increase by 40%? What you are doing is you are only increasing the length, not decreasing the width as of now. And then in the new thing, you are decreasing the width by. And that 20% should be 28. So you are decreasing that by 20%. This works only because this is rectangle and this area is length into breadth. It will not work if it was a circle or any other shape where you have different powers attached. Circle का pi r square होता है, it won't work there. If it was cylinder, it is pi r square h. If you try to do same thing with r and h, it won't work there. That is why I am trying to say कि यहाँ से ज़्यादा हिलो मत. This will work everywhere. You take radius, you increase the radius, see the new area minus old area divided by old area into 100. That would be the percentage. And here, because we have started with area 100, we don't need to calculate percentage change. Absolute change is the percentage change because we started with 100. If it was different than 100, you will say absolute change, which is 12, divided by original area into 100. 12%. Answer here is B, right? Last question. Okay. Let us see. B. अच्छा. Okay. Abhijit is also getting 2 by 3. Yashraj is getting B, 1/3. The real fight is between 1 by 3 and 2 by 3. Okay. That is more likely, na? That is more likely. इतने तो सिंगल वुमन होते नहीं है. कंपटीशन ज्यादा है. 1 by 3. You have, we start with 100. You have 70% are male, 70 male, 30 female. Of course, rest of them would be female. And 30% of the persons are married. So if 30 are married, 30% of the persons, 30 are married. Huh? 30 are married. 30% of the persons are married, so 70 are unmarried. Okay. And out of these married people, so 2/7 of male are married. So this is 2/7 of 70 would be 20. 20 are married. So 20 female would be married. They would be married to some females. Out of them, huh? क्या? अच्छा 10. अच्छा अच्छा ठीक है. हाँ हाँ. नहीं है. Let us not assume that. ठीक है हाँ. So the 30 are married, out of which 20 are men. So 10 females are married. And there are total 30 females. So 20 are single. 20 are single out of 30. So 2/3 females are. हाँ. अरे हम क्या बोल रहे हैं? हाँ और 2/7 of male are married. 20 men are married. So out of 30 married people, 20 are men. 20 men है ना? So 10 females are married. Rest of the females are unmarried or single. These are just married, na people. It doesn't say that they are married to each other. Huh? Of group of person. In a group of person, they could be married outside the group. This is not caste. This is not caste endogamy. They can be married outside the group. क्योंकि otherwise question solve नहीं होगा. यहाँ पे specific किया है ना 30% of the persons are married. तो ऑफिशियल आंसर होगा इसका. रुको हाँ देखते 2/3 होगा बिकॉज पर्सन्स अदरवाइज बोलते नहीं वो. 30% ऑफ द पर्सन्स बोला है ना. हाँ अच्छा नहीं देते थे ना. ओ चलो छोड़ो फिर. नहीं ये तो यार 2/3 ही होगा आंसर इसका. हाँ 100 लोग हैं. 70 men, 30 women. Out of 70, 20 are married. 2/7 of the males are married. So 20 men are married out of this 70. ठीक है कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. एंड यहाँ पे बोला गया 30% ऑफ द पर्सन्स आर मैरिड. सो 100 में से 30 पर्सन्स आर मैरिड एंड दोस आउट ऑफ दोस 30 पर्सन्स 20 आर मेन. सो 10 फीमेल्स आर मैरिड. So 10 females are married out of 30. How many are single? 20. Question is what fraction of females are single? 20 out of 30. Persons बोला है ना उसने. हाँ. Not to each other, not necessarily. That is not possible only, na? Because there are 20 men married and total 30 married number का count. So answer here is 2/3 D. ठीक है. That is खत्म हो गया. Any doubts? Any doubts in percentages? Percentage was a little big chapter. थोड़े ज्यादा sections थे. ठीक है. ब्लड रिलेशंस लाओ करे चालू. वेरी सिंपल चैप्टर, कुछ ज्यादा सोचने लायक है नहीं. Whatever is given in the question, we'll just put in the form of family tree and solve. Please do not bring your own biases. Please do not superimpose question on your family because that creates biases, unnecessary biases. हाँ, पर क्यों? मतलब जस्ट फैमिली ट्री बना दो, जितना क्वेश्चन में दिया है उतना ही क्वेश्चन में दिया है. इफ यू ट्राई टू सुपर इम्पोज ऑन योर फैमिली, वो जेंडर्स वगैरह आप अज्यूम कर लेते हो ना. आपकी आपके चाचा को बस बेटा हो एंड दे से चाइल्ड, तो यू अज्यूम दैट इट इज अ सन. तो जो दिया है उतना ही दिया है, जो नहीं दिया है उतना नहीं दिया है. दैट इज द सिंपलेस्ट थिंग दैट यू कैन डू इन दिस चैप्टर, दैट ड्रॉ अ फैमिली ट्री एंड गेट इट डन. ज्यादा सोचने का है नहीं. करे चालू या ब्रेक चाहिए? 2 मिनट का कर देते. Yesterday I went to this National Street Food Festival. पता है आपको? It is ongoing in Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium. Very nice. You can go. हाँ. So all the street food across India is. I tried bamboo chicken. हाँ. So in the bamboos they put chicken and biryani and various dishes. And huh? Yeah, it was different, slightly different. In Odisha style, I don't know what that was. I don't remember the name. That was some dosa kind of thing, but it was different. That was nice. Tomorrow. नो नो. अरे 31 दिसंबर मॉर्निंग को क्यों हॉलीडे चाहिए आपको? मुझे ये समझ में नहीं आ रहा. सुबह 8 बजे से कौन बैठ रहा है? हाँ, तो कल बैठो भाई, कल ईयर एंड है. कल सुबह क्यों हॉलीडे? हाँ, तो 1 तारीख को ले लो छुट्टी. हाँ, तो ले लो ना. पीएमपी तो 2 बजे होगा ना, तब तक तो उठ जाओगे. अच्छा, 1 तारीख को पढ़ना है इसलिए आज बैठना है, ये तुम्हारा लॉजिक है. 31 मॉर्निंग की कोई छुट्टी नहीं मिल रही है प्लीज. 1 तारीख होता तो हम दे देते. हाँ, कहा? तो सुबह 8 बजे क्या करना है आपको? आज ले लो ना फिर. हाँ, वही फालतू के आर्गुमेंट दे रहे हो. आज रख लो स्टॉक. या नो नीड टू टेक माय परमिशन फॉर इट. हाँ, अब यही बचा है ना. नहीं, मैं नहीं आ सकता. मेरी क्लास है कल सुबह, मुझे लेनी है क्लास. मुझे कल क्लास लेनी है, मैं आज नहीं आ सकता, पहले ही बता रहा हूं. नहीं, बस बस बस. हाँ हाँ. मैं बोल रहा था वहां पे आप जाना है तो जा सकते हो, दैट इज स्ट्रीट फूड फेस्टिवल. आप जाना है तो आज दोपहर में चले जाओ, इट इज नाइस. मतलब भीड़ कम होगी. हाँ हाँ, इट इज रात को 10 बजे तक है. 10 बजे 12 to 10 ऐसा कुछ टाइमिंग है. और कुछ गुजरात का भी एक डिश था, वो भी खाया. क्या था? लोचा, बटर लोचा करके था. दैट वाज आल्सो नाइस. डिफरेंट डिश. नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न नहीं था. हाँ, नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न नेपाल का था एक स्टॉल. फिर वो हिम्मत नहीं हो, कुछ तो और अजीब ही लग रहा था. हाँ हाँ हाँ, नागपुर से स्टॉल है, एक पुणे से स्टॉल है, मुंबई से स्टॉल है. हाँ, चना पोहा है. 120 का बेच रहा है वो तो, मतलब. वड़ा पाव 80 का बेच रहा है वो. नहीं खाया मैंने, छोड़े. एनीवे, टेस्ट इज नाइस. ऑल द प्लेसेस आर नाइस. हाँ, वो भी है. हाँ हाँ हाँ. अरुणाचल का नहीं, थुप्पा वो कहीं का था, लेकिन थुप्पा भी था. वो सिडू था एक, हिमाचल का. सिडू, हाँ. हम्म. हाँ, वो डिफरेंट होता है, मोमो थोड़ी होता है वो, कुछ तो और होता है वो. हाँ अलग होता है वो, अच्छा होता है वो भी, सही होता है। हाँ मोमो नहीं, सिडू सिडू बोलते हैं उसको हिमाचल में। नहीं नहीं, अच्छा तुम्हें बड़ा पता है, तुम्हें पता कैसे है ये सब मजनू के टीले का नाम? हाँ हाँ। चले ब्लड रिलेशंस, ब्लड रिलेशंस, लेट अस स्टार्ट। ब्लड रिलेशन सिंपली मीन एनी रिलेशन बाय बर्थ और मैरिज, या तो बर्थ या मैरिज, ठीक है। सो यू नो these relations, father mother sister husband wife etc etc. The most important thing to remember in this, you must not assume gender unless specified in the question. That is the single most important thing in this chapter. Please do not assume gender, and please do not bring biases. Please do not try to superimpose your family, because that will bring biases. If the question says that A is son of B, then B can be father or mother. So please do not assume gender of B unless specified. Secondly, you have to choose option which is correct in all cases and not just in particular case, because there are scenarios, there are PYQs where out of 4 options every option was correct in some scenario or the other, but there was only one option which was correct in all the cases. You have to assume the option which is correct in all the cases, okay, not in particular case. ये तो पता है आपको, types of blood relation, I have enlisted them for your convenience. If someone wants to refer, they can. Father's father, father's mother, grandfather, grandmother, aunt, uncle, cousins. Mother's side, uncle is also called maternal uncle, maternal aunt. Then spouse's side, father-in-law, mother-in-law, brother-in-law, sister-in-law. And intergenerational son, daughter, niece, nephew, and grandson, granddaughter. These can be relations. Okay. Now we have to draw a family tree, just a standardized way to represent whatever is going on in the question. I am not claiming this is the only way. This is just one helpful way which will help you to solve all the questions. So we'll establish some standard practices for our course. These are not standard or universal practices. These are just standard practices for our course, so that simplify हो जाए, कोई confusion ना रहे. Generally, family trees look like this. इसका बेटा ये, उसका बेटा ये वगैरह. These are the rules we have established for our convenience. These are not universal rule or anything like that. First, same generation is represented on same level. ठीक है. This would be one generation. This is higher generation, lower generation. Higher generation, older ones at higher level, the younger ones at lower level. ठीक है. Members of higher generation are represented above in the chart, and members of then lower generation. बच्चे, पापा, दादा. That is the hierarchy. Male members will be given plus sign, female members will be given minus sign. Of course, plus is better, minus is better, ऐसा कुछ मेरे मन में नहीं है. Please, this is for our convenience. ठीक है. If we have, if F is male here, we'll write plus in front of F. If he is my female, we'll write minus. Clear हो जाए कि कौन कौन से दिए हैं. Whatever is given, those only will mention. And those who are not assigned any sign, it means that question does not give us any information about their gender. ठीक है. And again, for purposes of this chapter, we are not LGBTQ friendly, only male or female. ठीक है. Spousal relationship is shown by bidirectional arrow. So if A is wife of B, then we will just give bidirectional arrow, and A is wife, B is husband. And whatever their son or daughter is, we will draw a line in between that arrow to understand that it is their child, and then it will be like C. If C is brother or sister, then C and D are siblings. ठीक है ऐसा. These are at one level, meaning they are siblings. Because there is no bidirectional arrow, it means they are not husband and wife, they are siblings. If it was bidirectional arrow, it means that C is their son or daughter and D is spouse of that son or daughter. हाँ ठीक है. This is for our convenience, standardized practices. हम हमारे क्लास के लिए एस्टैब्लिश कर रहे हैं, कोई बाहर मतलब आई एम नॉट क्लेमिंग दीज आर यूनिवर्सल प्रैक्टिस. Bidirectional arrow means spousal relation. Non-bidirectional arrow, normal line meaning sibling relation. ठीक है. हाँ, brother sister relationship, sister sister, brother brother, brother sister. These relationships, sibling relationships, are shown by non-directional arrow. ठीक है. Now let us just try to draw few family trees based on this rules. In a family, there are 6 members A, B, C, D, E, F. A and B are married couple. ठीक है. A and B are married couple. So we will show them bidirectional arrow. A being the male member, so B will be female, right? D is only son of C, so D is a son, and who is a brother of A. So we have something like this. We have A whose wife is B, then D is son of C who is brother of A. So who is brother of A? D or C? C is brother of A. C who is brother of A. So C is brother of A and D is the only son of that. So C would be married to some person and only son is D. And E is the sister of D. E is the sister of D. So E is the sister of D. E, no? Sorry. B is the daughter-in-law of F. B is the daughter-in-law of F. So this is something like this. ठीक है. It will family tree will look something like this. A's parent, B would be daughter-in-law of A's parent, no? But again, she is daughter-in-law of A's father as well as A's mother. We don't know F is father or mother. Next, A has 3 children. B is brother of C and C is sister of D. Fine. E, who is wife of A, is the mother of D. Now it is very clear. A has 3 children. A would be married to somebody and then will have children. B is brother of C. E is wife of A. That is given. E is wife of A. A is husband. And she is mother of D. She is mother of D. E is mother of D. And B is brother of C. C is sister of D. B is brother of C and C is sister of D. C is sister and B is brother. There is only one daughter of the husband of E. There is only one daughter, so he is also son. Due to last line, D becomes son, not before that. There is only one daughter of husband of E. This is how family tree will look like, right? कोई problem? Third, ट्राई करो। हो गया? हो रहा है कि नहीं? Hmm. There are 3 generations here. अच्छा. A is one of 2 sons of B. Fine. There is B. He or she is married, and A is one of 2 sons of that person. Then let us see what else information we have about A. E is a grandmother of A and mother-in-law of B. So whoever this person is, he is his or her mother and grandmother of A and mother-in-law of B. Fine. ठीक है? हाँ? अच्छा, ये है ना? ठीक है. हम्म, हम्म, ये है. और क्या दिया है? D is only sister of E. चलो जितना है उतना सही है ना. नो नो नो, चिल्ड्रन मतलब सन और डॉटर. हाँ हाँ, फर्स्ट जनरेशन. ऐसा नहीं कि सारे भारतवासी मेरे बच्चे हैं, ऐसा नहीं. वो नहीं. कोई 100 साल का बुड्ढा बोल दे कि सब मेरे बच्चे, वो नहीं है वो. ठीक है, ये थोड़ा इधर हो नहीं रहा है. हाँ हाँ हाँ. ठीक है, वहां पे कुछ मिस्टेक हो सकता है. पर्पज हमारा है फैमिली ट्री ड्रॉ करना सीखना. ये गलत है. इसको भूल जाओ, इसको भूल जाओ, बाकी करो ड्रॉ. हाँ, छोड़ दो ना उसको, वो स्टेटमेंट ही छोड़ दो, कोई बात नहीं ना, वो स्टेटमेंट छोड़ के भी तो बन सकता है जितना बन सकता है फैमिली ट्री। हमें तो फैमिली ट्री बनाने की प्रैक्टिस करनी है। यूपीएससी नहीं गलती करेगा, मैं कर सकता हूं, होपफुली नहीं करेगा, मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि नहीं करेगा, बस मेंस में भी गलतियां होती है उनसे। ठीक है, नेक्स्ट ट्राई टू ड्रॉ नेक्स्ट फैमिली लाइन, फैमिली ट्री। बन रहा है। D is the father of A and grandfather of F. So F, then A and D. D is the grandfather ना, हाँ, तो ये हो गया। C is the sister of F. C is the sister. B is the brother of E's husband. Fine. There are two more people involved. Out of six we have plotted 4. What else we have? There are 2 fathers, 3 brothers, and a mother in a group. Mother clearly would be A or wife of A. I mean, A could be mother or A could be father, and then wife would be this. Fine. There are 2 fathers. One would be here, one would be here. And there are 3 brothers. One brother is F. What else is given? B is the brother of E's husband. Somebody is husband of E. So E's husband has to be, there is only place for one more husband, and that is in this relation. This husband is already gone. So there are 2 fathers, fathers, no? So there is one father is gone. One father has to be here, and that father has to be husband. So B is brother of E's husband. E's husband has to be then A. E is mother, A is husband, and B is the brother of E's husband. So B is the brother. So there are 1, 2, and 3 brothers. 3 brothers, no? So this has to be brother then. नहीं? ज्यादा हो गया? अच्छा. Let us start from scratch then. I am starting from this line because this gives me 3 generations in one line. So D is the father of A and grandfather of F. So F is at the bottom. Then in the generation above F, there is A, and there is generation above that D, who is male because he is grandfather and father. No? D is the father of A and D is the grandfather of F. So we don't know about genders of A and F. They could be male or female. We don't know. Fine. Then what we have is this. C is the sister of F. C is the sister of F. C is the sister of F. Fine. That is all the information we have, except this. B is the brother of E's husband. B is the brother of E's husband. So there is one husband involved of E. ठीक है? And what we have is there are two fathers, three brothers, and a mother. Two fathers, one has to be here and one has to be here. Right? Right? So one of them has to be dead then, or not given at least. तो ज्यादा चांसेस है कि दादी मर गई, मम्मी जिंदा है. हाँ, because alternative is there could be two family trees drawn. If we take, mindlessly just this information, if we plot, we can have two family trees like this: F, C, A, then D. Now E's husband can be D if E's husband is D and uska brother B hai. This is one family tree. And another is E's husband is A and uska brother B है. हाँ, दोनों में मतलब E's husband, who can be E's husband? It can either be दादाजी or it can be Papa. Huh? Husband. 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 And because there are two fathers, of course we'll get two fathers, D and A. Here also D and one of these two. Again A. There are three brothers. Here you will get A as a brother of B, B as a brother of A, and then F has to be brother of C. Here also D as brother of B, B as brother of D, and F as a brother of C. दोनों सही है, but ज्यादा चांसेस है कि ये ट्रू हो, because दादी मर गई, ज्यादा चांसेस है यार, मतलब given में से. We are just trying to draw family trees, but if we have to, then we will choose option which is correct in both the family trees. Both the family trees are true. We will choose an option which is correct in both the family trees. ठीक है. अब इसमें अगर फैमिली अपनी सुपर इम्पोज करने बैठ जाओ तो हो गया 5 मिनट का ब्रेक. उसके बाद भी चांसेस है कि ना ही हो सवाल. ठीक है. टाइप्स ऑफ क्वेश्चन देके फैमिली ट्री क्लियर है. व्हाट रूल्स वी आर फॉलोइंग, है ना. एक तो ये है और एक ये है. ए वुड बी फादर. हाँ, कहाँ मेल दिए. अरे वो अलग है, ये थोड़ी बोला है. ये इसका भाई, वो इसका भाई. 6 ही लोग है ना. हाँ, मदर ये ई, ये ब्रदर मतलब बी का भाई डी, डी का भाई बी, और ये एफ भाई सी का. 3 भाई. हाँ हाँ हाँ, तो वो तो हो गई, दोनों जगह पे होगी. एक मदर है ना, और ये गिवन है इसकी एफ की सिस्टर है. वो तो मदर हो नहीं सकती, वो बच्ची है, वो थर्ड जनरेशन की है. दोनों भी केस में वही है, बिकॉज सी इज अ थर्ड जनरेशन पर्सन ना. हाँ, types of questions. First type, decoding the description. We will be given description like the above description. We have to draw the family tree and answer the question. ये जो last family tree था ना, उसी पे बेस्ट क्वेश्चन है. Who is the mother? Answer would be E. अभी family tree draw किया हमने. The question. This is the first type of question. तुम क्लास में बातें कम करा करो, मेरी तरफ ध्यान ज्यादा दो. अच्छा, तो इधर आ जाओ, इधर जाके समझा दो फिर. First type of question is decoding description, where description will be given of family, and then there's some question would be asked. So like above, the same question. ये जो fourth वाला है ना, that is the same question, but just we have added the question now. Who is the mother? They have said no, there are 6 persons and there are 2 fathers, 3 brothers and a mother. So who is the mother? In both the family trees, who was the mother? E. So answer here is E. ठीक है? This is the type number 1. Next type of question is dialogue based. So here one person describes some information about some other person and finally the relation between two of them is asked. We start with the person speaking and then work our way through the tree as person speaks. मतलब जो भी बोल रहा है, we start with that person and then in the dialogue we look for when he describes himself later. तो फिर वहां से पकड़ते हैं. For example, question देखो, pointing to a person, we don't know male female, pointing to a person. A man said, his mother, his बोला है, मतलब that gender is revealed now. His mother is the only daughter of your father. ठीक है? How was the woman related to the person? Huh? A man said to a woman, मैं pointing to a person, man said to a woman, इसकी तरफ देख के मैं बोल रहा हूं तुमसे that हाँ his mother हाँ is the only daughter of your father. So let us draw the family tree now. हाँ क्या क्या So let us say this person is some P, woman is W. ठीक है? Person is P, woman is W. Now person says to women, pointing to a person, that person's mother, his mother. So person is a male that we know. His mother is the only daughter of your father, some father. Only daughter है वो. So we are talking about that person, mother only. How is the woman related to person? So this is the क्या? Where is the woman in this? Your father, na? So this is your father. This mother is only woman. So how is the woman related to person? She is his mother. फिर से? There are 2 people involved, person, woman, and I as a third person perspective. I have no role in this family tree. I am just talking. बकचोदी कर रहा हूं उनके साथ कि ये तुम्हारी वो है, वो तुम्हारा वो है, बस. फूफा होगा. चल. Man said to a woman that his mother is the only daughter of your father. So when does that woman again come in this passage description? Here, from here. There are this person, there is this woman. So woman's father is being talked about. So let us start with woman's father, because पहली बार वो वहां पे आ रही है woman. There is this woman and there is some father, woman है, and this is father. Your father is being talked about, but what is being talked about? Only daughter of your father. You are of course daughter of your father, but you are again only daughter, so it is you are only being considered here, and you are mother of someone, and that mother would be of the person. Man is saying to a person. So you start with this your and then work our way back. So how is the woman related to person? Mother. This is question type number 2. First is description based, second is dialogue based. See the second dialogue. Pointing to a photograph of a boy, Mr. Ram said something. Well, what we'll do is, because Mr. Ram is saying something, we'll start with what Mr. Ram describes about himself. Okay? And again, Mr. is there, so gender is known. ठीक है? राम की वजह से जेंडर नहीं पता है, मिस्टर की वजह से पता है, बिकॉज अदरवाइज मिसेस लिखते हैं वो, जो भी ले, वरना कुछ लिखते ही नहीं. So there is Ram. See what he says? My mother, son of my mother. So Ram's mother, only son of Ram's mother would be Ram himself. Only son of my mother, and he is son of that son. So he is Ram's son. है ना? We start with Ram. Then we come to when he describes himself, my. What he says? My mother. So somebody would be Ram's mother. And then he talks about only son of my mother. That is Ram himself. Then he talks about son of that only son of Ram's mother. So Ram ka son, Ram's son. Son of only son of Ram's mother. Son of only son. Only son of Ram's mother is Ram. And son of that only son is his son. Is the boy. That photo here. अपने बच्चे को ऐसे डिस्क्राइब कर रहा है राम. हाँ. So answer here is, how is Mr. Ram related to that boy? He is father. Answer is D. ठीक है. What we'll do? We will go where the speaker describes himself in the family tree and then work our way back. ठीक है. Practice से और better होगा. This is just I am describing types of questions that may get asked. Third, coding decoding with blood relations. A plus B means A is mother of B. A cross B means A is father of B, etc. So these things are coded in symbols. And then question is, which of the following means P is son of Q? We have to resolve all these family trees according to those codes and see where P is son of Q. You can do few things that if for P to be son of Q, P at कुछ भी नहीं हो सकता, because if P at something else means P is sister. If P is sister, then she is female. So that you can cut straight away. See, P at N means P is sister of N. P at N means P is sister of N. P at N means P is sister of N. Can sister be son? So you can cut first three options. Answer would be D. No need to find out. है ना? Because P at N means P is sister of N. हाँ. In this code. So sister cannot be son. So you can simply eliminate those options and get the answer. Even if you eliminate one or two options, you can draw the rest of the family trees and get the answer. But try to draw the family trees here. Try to draw all these family trees. हाँ. This is just कि हाँ थोड़ा सा कि अगर दिमाग खुलता है तो जल्दी हो जाता है. Try to draw the family trees. See if you are able to. We know Ram is male Abir because Mr. has been used as a prefix for Ram. Mr. Ram लिखा है तो Mr. तो male ही होगा. And in former part he is referring to his son. No, he's calling himself as a he's referring to his son as only son of son of only son of my mother. अच्छा सॉरी, मीनिंग नो नो, ये फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन, हाँ, नो 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 नो, कुछ भी हो सकता है, ऐसा तो कुछ होने की जरूरत ही नहीं है। तो दिख दिया होगा ना, वो क्वेश्चन देगा वो, कि क्वेश्चन में फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन एट मीन्स ब्रदर, ऐसा। हाँ, फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन दिस इज द इंफॉर्मेशन, दिस इज नॉट यूनिवर्सल। RID ये वाला, ये फैमिली ट्रीज ड्रॉ कर लिए, ये देखो ना, यहाँ पे लेट अस सी ऑप्शन नंबर ए, Q plus R, meaning Q is mother of R. First, Q plus R, Q is mother of R. Q is mother of R. Then R at P. R at P meaning R is sister of P. R is sister of P. Then P at N. P is sister of N. P is sister of N. ये हो गया family tree. Does this mean that P is son of Q? No, P is daughter. P is not son. So option number A is wrong. In this way, you can draw the family tree for other options. For option number D, let us say which is the answer. Q cross R means Q is father of R. Q is father of R. Then R dollar P. R is brother of P. And P is brother of N. P dollar N. P is brother of N. Does this mean P is son of Q? Yes. So option number D is correct. And that conclusion we can come immediately, because if you look at it, P at N है ना हर जगह पे. P at N means P is sister of N. If P is sister of N, then P can never be son. Sister can never be son. So you can eliminate option number A, B, C, and answer directly is D. ठीक है, चले आगे. Should we move on? Questions, sample questions. हाँ 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 हाँ, ये वाला. What we do is, whoever is speaking, here Mr. Ram is speaking, ठीक है, राम बोल रहा है कुछ, मिस्टर बोला है तो मेल है वो. राम इज स्पीकिंग, एंड व्हाट ही स्पीकिंग फर्स्टली, व्हाट ही सेज अबाउट हिमसेल्फ, वहां से हम स्टार्ट करेंगे. माय या फिर ऐसा जो भी होगा, खुद के बारे में जो इंफॉर्मेशन देगा वो वहां से स्टार्ट करेंगे. राम, तो राम है, ही इज टॉकिंग अबाउट मदर. माय मदर मीन्स राम की मदर, मदर जो भी होगी. देन ही इज टॉकिंग अबाउट ओनली सन ऑफ माय मदर. तो सन राम तो है ही, तो इट हैज टू बी, राम हैज टू बी ओनली सन देन, और कोई सन है नहीं, बिकॉज ही इज टॉकिंग अबाउट ओनली सन. तो यहां तक तो राम तक ही आएगा, ये राम की इंफॉर्मेशन है. एंड देन वी आर ही सेइंग सन ऑफ राम, सन ऑफ दिस पर्सन, सन ऑफ इज ओनली, जो भी है, ओनली सन ऑफ माय मदर. तो सन ऑफ दिस पर्सन मीनिंग सन ऑफ राम, तो सन ऑफ राम। एंड कौन है वो? ही मीनिंग बॉय इन द फोटोग्राफ। तो हु इज राम? राम इज फादर ऑफ द बॉय। ठीक, ड्रॉ यहीं से करना है, ये राम से स्टार्ट करना है, बिकॉज राम इज द स्पीकर एंड वो अपने बारे में क्या बोल रहा है वहां से स्टार्ट करना है। हम्म हो रहा है, फैमिली ट्री ड्रॉ हो गया। व्हाट इज द आंसर? डी, पक्का? ओके, लेट अस ड्रॉ द फैमिली ट्री। आर इज स्पाउस ऑफ क्यू, फाइन, आर इज स्पाउस ऑफ क्यू, we don't know the genders but R is spouse of Q. Raju, then let us see what information we have more about R और Q. R यहाँ पे information कुछ है, R son is P, so R son is P, right? Now let us go to P's information कुछ है, P's daughter is T, P's daughter is T, right? Then we have T, U is mother of T, so U has to come here, U is mother of T, and S is daughter of U, S is also daughter of U. We are done. These are 6 people in the family. We have Q is grandfather of T, Q may be grandmother also, we don't know the gender. Q is grandmother of T, that also we don't know. We don't know the genders of R and Q. R is mother of P, no, we don't know the gender. Lastly, T is granddaughter of Q, that is sure. Q can be grandfather or grandmother, Q will be granddaughter, that is absolutely no doubt. The answer here is D. Yes, Abhishek, correct. Comprehension correct. एक और करना है, last question for the day, then we'll move to comprehension. हाँ, आ गया आंसर? क्या बात। हम्म 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 हम्म। देखो अगेन गर्ल इंट्रोड्यूस कर रही है ना, सो शी इज स्पीकिंग, देन डायरेक्टली गो टू व्हेन ही डिस्क्राइब्स हरसेल्फ, हर, अब वहां से स्टार्ट करो उल्टा ड्रॉ करना। सेकंड वाला हो गया? अच्छा करो करो। किस में? गर्ल वाले में? अच्छा अच्छा ओके। सेकंड का क्या ए आ रहा है क्या सबका? हरिता आ गया आपका? हो रहा है? राजू कर रहे? ओके हम्म। सी आ रहा है? अच्छा बाकियों का ए आ रहा है। लेटेस्ट ट्राई। A has three children. Okay. B is brother of C and C is sister of D. B is brother of C and C is sister of D. E, who is wife of A, is the mother of D. So E is wife of A. A यही है ना? E, who is wife of A, is the mother of D. There is only one daughter in of husband of E. There is only one daughter, so he is also son. Then what is the relation between B and D? Brothers, right? Very simple, straightforward. Comprehension करें? बाकी आप ट्राई कर लो। ये भी गर्ल वाला भी बता दे, देखते। ये वाला ट्राई किया है? थर्ड वाला कर रहे हैं? Girl introduced the boy as son of daughter of father of her uncle. क्यों नहीं आता? अरे ये तो कॉम्प्लिकेटेड थोड़ी है, वही ये तो टेक्निक है उसका सॉल्व करने का। So we start with the girl, then we go to when he described her, when she describes herself. She's talking about, let us say this is a girl. She's talking about her uncle. So one of her parents and their brother or sister is talking about, right? Her uncle, whoever here is uncle. Uncle will be male, girl will be female. Fine. Then father of the uncle. अरे यार ये तो girl is here. Then she has some parents. Then there is her uncle and father of uncle, na? So father of this parent as well. Father, that is plus. Then daughter of the father of. So daughter would be यहाँ पे daughter, or she could be the daughter. This is one choice. This is another choice. See, uncle का father would be this parent का father. अंकल मतलब क्या? चाचा या मामा? चाचा का पापा होता है तुम्हारे बाप का बाप, मम्मी का बाप होता है तुम्हारे माँ का बाप, वो चीज। So his daughter would be your mother or it could be your aunt, मासी, वो भी हो सकता है, और बुआ भी हो सकता है। So these are the choices, right? It could be this or this. Daughter of this father could be another sister or it could be your mother only. Fine. यहाँ पे है ना, son of that daughter. Now son could be here, son 1, and if this is son 2. And girl introduced the boy as this. Now it could be either her brother or her cousin. Cousin is not in the option. Answer is brother. हाँ है ना? ये वाला ये वाला ही ना, हाँ तो गर्ल से स्टार्ट करेंगे. देन व्हेन शी डिस्क्राइब्स हरसेल्फ, her uncle, she's talking about her uncle. Uncle meaning brother of the parent, or right, brother of one parent. Which parent we don't know. So brother of the parent. And then she talks about father of the uncle. Father of the uncle is father of that parent as well. So father, and then he's talking about daughter of that father. So it could be, so daughter could be your mother, or daughter could be another sister of the uncle. And then son. The daughter's son, sorry, if it is your mother, then son could be your brother, or if this is this daughter, then son could be your cousin, and that is not in the option. So answer here is brother. ठीक है? Start from here, then go to when she described about herself, and then work her back. Otherwise, if you try to superimpose this in your family, your head will, हाँ, ये होगा, सर घूम जाएगा, कोई फायदा नहीं है. सीधा टेक्निक है, एक टेक्निक फॉलो करो, आंसर निकाल के आगे जाओ. Rest of the questions we'll do tomorrow. हाँ tomorrow. कल क्लास बिल्कुल है. हाँ हाँ, ये हो गया था ना कल, बाकी ये पीपल वाला ही चल रहा है ना. पता नहीं, देखो. अच्छा, पढ़ तो लो, सबने पढ़ा है. कल ही किया था. अच्छा, कर लो, आप कर लो. यस यशराज, दैट इज करेक्ट. नहीं, आंसर नहीं, पिछले वाले का वो ब्रदर बता रहा था आंसर, मतलब उसका सही, ये वाले का नहीं पता यार. ऑप्शंस, हाँ 3 होगा यार. ऑफ कोर्स इट विल बी 1 2 एंड 3. 1 2 एंड क्या होगा यार? व्हाट इज योर आंसर? सी? एनीवन with difference of opinion? Online, Yashraj, Abir, what is your answer? C. Jayesh? I knew it. You would have difference of opinion. Good. Good as in? I was correct. That is good. Not you. Harita. It's a PYQ. You should attempt. सेलवा श्योर बस आपका क्या है? तीनों लग रहे हैं मतलब डी ओके अच्छा अटेम्प्टेड एवरीवन अटेम्प्टेड हाँ बट आंसर क्या है ऑप्शन तो आपके सामने है ना ऐसे 1 and 3 ऑप्शन क्रिएट नहीं हो सकता ना दिस इज PYQ क्या है फिर फाइनल आंसर अरे तो ऑप्शन तो बताओ ना सी है डी है अगर या ए है बी है A. Okay. People will invest in education whenever they are granted the economic freedom to fully enjoy its benefit. What they are saying, if you give me freedom to enjoy, reap the benefits of my education, then I will invest in education. Again, this is for the obvious reason that return on education increases as the level of economic freedom rises. Any problem in this? We know this. Again, this is a claim that capitalism generally makes, that give maximum freedom, that will be beneficial for all. When people, thanks to the lower tax rates, are allowed to retain most of the higher income that they get from each incremental level of education, it makes eminent sense to invest in education. Understood the statement? That if I invest some incremental amount in education, थोड़ी ज़्यादा invest किया, and if I am allowed to keep that money that I may get from that incremental investment, I'll get better job, I'll get better pay. But if you let me retain that money and not take away everything in taxes, then only it makes sense for me to invest in education. Otherwise, इतना टैक्स ही ले रहे हो, तो फिर मैं जाऊँ क्यों हायर ब्रैकेट में? जाता ही नहीं ना फिर, because anyway my income will be same. मेरे को उतना ही पैसा मिलेगा जितना तब मिलेगा, क्योंकि मुझे आप हायर ब्रैकेट में डाल दोगे. On the other hand, when the government decides to tax the higher income of educated individuals at even higher rates, it makes very little sense to invest in educating oneself further. That is the thing that we were talking about, that if you are going to take my higher income with higher taxes and whatever left with me, that is going to be left with me is going to be same amount, then why would I invest in educating myself? It makes no sense. The same incentives apply to parents who decide on whether to invest on their children's education. So of course it is about educating yourself or your parents deciding to invest in education of their children, right? IIM में 35 lakh 40 lakhs, why do people spend that much money for 2 years? Because they are going to get higher returns. If they don't get higher returns, it makes little sense to invest in 35-40 lakh rupees in IIMs. बहुत ज़्यादा fees है उनमें, right? Question, with reference to passage, following assumptions have been made. Assumptions, some things that are taken for granted, some things that are implicit, that may not be explicitly stated. 1. Lower tax rate in a country invariably translates to greater investment in higher education. Do you know what this word invariably means? For sure, always. Extreme statement? हाँ, हायर एजुकेशन की बात नहीं कर रहा, कोई भी मतलब स्पेसिफिक एजुकेशन की बात हो ही नहीं रही है. हाँ, तो फर्स्ट, बिकॉज ऑफ द वर्ड इनवेरिएबली इट विल बी रॉन्ग, एंड इनवेरिएबली डाला भी उसी वजह से है यूपीएससी ने क्लियरली एग्जामिनर ने. सेकंड स्टेटमेंट, इन्वेस्टमेंट इन द एजुकेशन ऑफ चिल्ड्रन ensures their economic freedom. It may not, it just makes sense to invest in their education because they might earn more. It is not ensuring कि ऐसा होगा नहीं कि बच्चे को स्कूल में डालोगे कॉलेज में डालोगे तो उसको 50 लाख की जॉब मिलेगी. That is not at all ensured, right? Third, economic freedom has a positive impact on building human capital. That is definitely true. This is a generic statement that otherwise also we would have marked as correct, that author has clearly taken for granted. ठीक है? Answer here is 3 only. Option number C. हाँ. So option number 3 is the only correct thing. Next. करना है या कल करना है? एक ही बचा है क्या? एक ही बचा है तो कर लो. टुमारो विल गिव यू न्यू बुकलेट ना, उसमें और डाल दूंगा. हाँ, tomorrow we will start with averages. Hopefully we'll be able to finish blood relations and start with averages. हो गया? ये पढ़ो पढ़ो, अगर नहीं पढ़ा है तो पढ़ो, शांति से पढ़ो बट स्पीड में. Should I start putting up timer here when you start reading comprehension? From next passage, I'll start a timer so that you also know that how much time you are taking. हो गया? क्या है? Okay. Not very Abhi. I mean, yes, there is little unsureness when it comes to assumption questions, but most of the times question answer is very clear. Sometimes, of course, there is confusion, but what can you do? Out of 27 questions, in 5 questions there will be confusion. But we should focus on 22 remaining, na? We cannot keep anchoring about the 5 questions in which there is confusion. There are 22 questions about which there is no confusion. That should be your focus. If you are very uneasy about assumption questions, you may want to leave it. No problem. You'll still have 22 questions to attempt. Okay. B. I'm looking for contradiction. Jayesh. Selva, you are also with B. Selva. Harita. क्लास एंड होने का अलार्म है. क्लास एंड होने का अलार्म है. अच्छा, हाँ हाँ. अच्छा, आज अंतरों की छुट्टी. अच्छा, हाँ, करण सर इज इल. करण सर वैसे भी बहुत सिक है, तो आज वैसे भी छुट्टी मिलती है आपको. क्या हुआ? डी. क्या बात? सेल्वा. knee jerk is like response, not instead of careful thoughtful response. It is just कि हाँ ठीक है कर दिया, जल्दी से कर दो, जल्दी से कर दो, खत्म कर दो. knee jerk reactions. knee jerk reactions, how can we describe knee jerk reactions? For example, CSAT 2023 was very difficult, or a lot of students faced difficulty rather. The knee jerk reaction was from July 2023 starting to study CSAT for 5 years daily, 5 hours daily. That is a knee jerk reaction. Extreme reaction, or the instead of responding, it is just reacting. Instead of rational response, it is about reaction, instant reaction, in negative connotation, of course. Let us read. To tackle the problem of pollution in cities, policymakers think that drastic action like temporary use of odd even number scheme for vehicles, closing schools, factories, construction activities, and banning the use of certain type of vehicles are way forward. This is describing Delhi, right? Passage has described Delhi, that this is how government responds whenever pollution levels in Delhi rise every winter. This is the typical response of government. Author is clearly trying to disagree with it and calling it very knee-jerk kind of activities. Even then, the air is not clean. Even after all these steps, air is absolutely bad. Even today, AQI would be more than 400 in the severe category. Vehicles more than 15-year-old comprise 1% of the total, and taking them off the road will not make absolutely any difference. That is what author is saying. There are not a large number of vehicles that are older, so it is not going to make any difference. Banning certain fuels and car types arbitrarily is not proper. So again, author is calling government steps arbitrary. Diesel engines produce more PM 2.5 and less CO2 than petrol or CNG engines. On the other hand, both diesel and CNG engines produce more NOx than petrol engines. So each engine has their issues. No one has measured the amount of NOx that CNG engines are emitting. See, we are just assuming that CNGs are better or cleaner. We are not even measured how much NOx they are emitting. Arbitrary bans on vehicles that have passed mandated fitness tests and periodic pollution tests is unfair. Unfair on the citizens. I as a citizen have done everything you asked for. You asked for pollution test, my vehicle has passed it. You asked for pollution tax, I paid it. You asked for periodic pollution review, I do it. If I don't, your police catches me and fines me heavily. So I do everything and still you ban my vehicles to come on the road. So that is unfair on citizens. What is needed is the scientific and reliable information about the sources of pollutants on continuing basis and technologies that will work to reduce pollution from them. What we need is, we have to actually study year-long studies of what are the sources of pollution, real sources of pollution in different seasons, type, and what are the technologies that will work in tackling them in the various seasons on long-term continual basis rather than this reactionary approach. Question: which of the following statement best reflects the most logical, rational and implication conveyed by the passage? Okay. A. Arbitrary curbs to reduce pollution are difficult to implement. Author is not talking about implementation. Author is talking about government's approach to the problem. B. Knee-jerk reactions cannot but an evidence-based approach will be more effective. Yes, knee-jerk reactions will not be effective, but this evidence-based approach will be more effective. That is what author has said throughout the passage. See, a heavy penalty should be enforced on those driving without periodic pollution test. It is already being done. Author is saying that is unfair. Even if you do all that, you ban their vehicle. That is unfair. D. In absence of laws to deal with problems of pollution, the administration tends to make arbitrary decisions. Kuch bola nahi hai. There are laws. Who says there are no laws? There are many laws. There are dedicated bodies. CPCB is there, CAQM is there. And so, even then administration does arbitrary things, but that is not message of the passage. That is not anywhere mentioned in the passage or implication of the passage. Answer clearly here is B. This is again CSAT 2023 question. This year's question, very clear answer. कोई doubt नहीं है इसमें कि answer B है. In no answer, no coaching answer keys, there will be variance in this. Everyone will give answer as B. Absolutely no doubt. Out of 27, 20 questions would be like this, जिसमें कोई doubt होगा नहीं. So of course there will be 7 questions जहाँ पे होगा, but क्या कर सकते हैं अब उसमें? Attempt तो करना ही. ठीक है? Tomorrow 8 AM, please try to come. Syllabus भी खत्म करना है हमें. We have gone very slow in arithmetic, so that is why we are running behind the schedule. Arithmetic के 8-9 lecture हुए ना हमारे. In last batch, I had only 4-5 lectures. So those 4 lectures we have to cover sometime. And plus I was on 2-week vacation when my forest mains was there. तो थोड़ा सा आ जाओ. क्यों unnecessary छुट्टी लेनी है? First morning होता तो of course I would have given you holiday. But 31st morning में तो कोई sense नहीं बनता holiday का. चुपचाप आ जाना।